Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MIRRORMOURN. We've had a bit of a break. I have survived the damned plague, and I have not perished. I'm probably not at 100% of my A game, particularly considering this is an extremely complex combat encounter that we're in. But you know, we'll make do, and we'll see what happens. We've been kind of hanging in anticipation as Aygir just leapt onto a airship flying vessel, heroically, daringly so, and that's where we had to pause things. Let's see. Why don't you guys introduce the characters real quick?
Hello, I'm Warsor and I play Walykos, the level 6 half-elf ranger.
I am Vint, and I am playing Vapor, the Wild Magic Sorcerer.
I'm Nick. I'm playing the swashbuckling rogue Adriel Mantevel.
And I'm Adam, and I'm playing Aygir, who is an armorer. That's an Artificer subclass, and he's like everybody else, level 6.
And you should also mute yourself on Discord. Okay.
I'm deafened on Discord, so I didn't hear anything.
I
took the initiative.
Did it again.
There you go. All right, that's better. All right, so let's get to our map here. There we are. We are at the old giant ruins of Tastinietsat, which is no great distance away from the city of Barnacle, where much of our tale of this campaign has been unfolding. This once was a kind of a waypost or a fortress that watched over these waters. It has been in disuse for some generations since the elves took the island nation of what is nowadays called Haven Isle. And you all have flown here aback kite sails along with some prestigious knights, some of the best knights of Barnacle, to investigate a presence. An unknown creature was spotted flying here shortly after one of Barnacle's warships went missing. The warship was on the way to the gate, the Holmes Gate, which is sort of like the entrance into the actual coastal waters of Haven's Isle. Beyond that is the obsidian barrier and the sea of lava beyond. So, as it turns out, there are like hostile forces stationed here, and you have been engaged in some pretty intense battle with them. So, just to give a quick overview, we have here Penn Drakestone, who is considered the greatest knight of Barnacle, and he has been quite formidable. Here is Walykos, our own dear Walykos. Let's see. You had recently been attacked by someone who flew up onto this rock wearing some kind of fully encased battle armor, and he had a large alchemical heavy crossbow type contraption, and I think you avoided the harpoon shot from it, and then he like just flew with his special suit back down under the water. He seems to be piloting some kind of submergible vessel, watercraft. Okay, this is Rigby Brackenbluff, who he is essentially the protege of Penn Drakestone. So he is also a very formidable knight and is probably would be considered the second most prestigious of Barnacle. This is Adriel. Let's see. Here is Raynar Havenward. He is an Eldritch Knight. Though, as Adam and I recently discussed, I'm not a big fan of that that subclass name. There's not much anything eldritch about him, but he is a knight, and he has some arcane ability.
Good subclass mechanically.
Yeah, mechanically, yes. This is a hobgoblin who's been fighting you all. Seems to be an archer type, a rather competent archer. He has taken a fair amount of damage. There was an emerald dragon, though. Walykos shot it. It suffered some pretty bad hits from Pendrakestone and Adriel, and then Walykos did like the final blow, and it fell into the water. Here are the two flying machines that have teams of dwarves inside of them. Here is Aygir, who's just jumped from his kite sail and like grabbed onto the undercarriage of the flying machine. Here is Vapor. What's over here? Over here we have Varric Mantevale, knight and cousin of Adriel, who is fighting a dwarven fellow. Is that good enough to get us rolling? I think so.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Okay.
That and maybe like a brief reminder of the initiative order. It's been a little while.
Okay.
I mean,
so things begin with Pendrakestone, then Varric Mantevale. Then is that full body armored fellow who is piloting the submergible vessel. Then is the Hobgoblin Archer. Then Aygir. That's where we left off. Aygir just jumping daringly onto the flying vessel. Then we have Rigby Brackenbluff, Raynar Havenward, the two flying vessels and their team of dwarves. They do not seem to be Haven Isle dwarves. You know, the giants in their homeland have dwarves and have for some time. Then Vapor, Adriel, the Emerald Dragon, which seems to have been knocked out, and Walykos. Well, we're going to go then to Rigby Brackenbluff, who is fairly concerned about these flying vessels. He brings the kite sail over. Oh my. Bear with me. Okay. Yeah, I just realized he might not fly up to it and attack it with his great sword. Gosh.
no ranged attacks?
He does have a heavy crossbow, though he's much better with his great sword. Damn. Let's give it a try. He's just gonna give it a try. He'll fly, and he'll get behind the vessel. And he'll strike at it. He's got actually a +1 great sword, so maybe he can get through its threshold. All right, so he'll strike at. He's gonna strike at the ballista. Yeah, he's gonna strike at the arcane ballista. Let's see if he can take out its main weapon. He has extra attack. He has that fighting style. Okay, here we go. 2 greatsword attacks. We've got a hit, and we've got a 17, which is a hit. Okay, first greatsword. Reroll that. That doesn't do it. The second one, it doesn't do it. So he does manage to hit the AC, but he does not get past its damage threshold. He just doesn't do enough to damage the well-built, strong iron, steel reinforced contraption. Sparks probably fly, and yeah, his blade doesn't power through it. We go to Raynar Havenward. He has a warding wind spell currently about him, whipping about him, and he is assaulting this hobgoblin archer. He will cast a Booming Blade. He has advantage because he is mounted by a large mount, and he has the mounted combatant feat. Does he have extra attack? Yes, he does. Okay. That is a 24. That'll be a hit. Booming Blade is going to do Greatsword plus 2d8. Maybe he should be attacking one of the flying vessels. That actually might be a good choice. Fighting style defense. Alright, here we go. Let's go 3, 7, 10, 15. To the Hobgoblin. There he is. Okay. That seems to wound the Hobgoblin, noticeably so. The Hobgoblin's bleeding. He looks nearly overwhelmed. Due to war magic, Raynar can, as a bonus action, make a weapon attack, which he will do. And he rolls somehow 2 natural ones. So he does not hit on his second attack. The dwarven teams that are... Oh my gosh, why didn't you guys tell me I was zooming in the wrong... I was zooming in the wrong window. This whole time I've been so zoomed out.
Well, we didn't know that you were zooming at all. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I assumed that you just wanted
Why
to have
didn't
the
you
full
know?
picture.
All right. So this was Raynar here who just attacked the Hobgoblin there. The dwarven teams in the flying vessels are now going to fight back. Let me see. Who do we have? We have that. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Just a quick question. These aren't the actual vessels themselves, right?
What's that?
Are these like the dwarves inside the vessels, or is it like the actual like things that are shooting at us that have the initiative right now?
Yeah, there are teams of dwarves, small teams it looks like, inside of these flying vessels. There seems to be one in an undercarriage that has a heavy crossbow. And then inside there's a few. It's probably like a pilot and some guys running the arcane ballistae.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was curious on, because I remember I got shot last time. I was like, oh god, like I don't get a turn again before I get shot again. Would not be good.
So the dwarven crossbowman who is in the undercarriage repositions himself to a different arrow loop and is going to be shooting at Aygir, trying to get this this clinger off of the vessel.
Should be noted that he's like standing on essentially a running board by a door. He's not just hanging and dangling there.
That is true. Yes. Okay, here is a heavy crossbow shot at you. Does an 18 hit you?
Not currently.
Not currently. Woof. Good AC.
His infusions are serving him well.
All right. Do the dwarves want to move the vessel? I think they want to move the vessel. They want to fly. They're going to fly. I need to check the speed on this thing. It is 50 feet. Okay. Whoops. Aygir is supposed to be along with it. Okay. This will provoke an opportunity attack from Rigby Brackenbluff. He will... gosh. Does he want to try to hit that arcane ballista again? I think he's going to try attacking a different... What else could he get at there? He could probably get at the propulsion. Yep. Okay. So he's going to attack one of the propulsors. That seems to be a better go. The ballista is just well armored and has a damage threshold that he wasn't getting through. Yep, that is a hit. On the table. Reroll for great weapon fighting style. That's 15 damage. That works. He puts 15 damage on the propulsion of the vessel. There we are. They will aim and fire the ballista. They're going to fight on Rigby's kite sail. He can choose to have the attack go to him instead from his mounted combatant feat. He'll go for that. And the shot. Ballista. Here we go. That is 25 to hit. That will certainly hit Sir Rigby Brackenbluff. This is partially piercing damage, partially force. 14, 19, 20 damage to Rigby. Yeah, he takes it with a little more than a grimace. He's got a pretty good amount of hit points still. The second flying machine. I think they were firing upon Adriel. They'll continue with that.
I am a little curious though. I thought that they already attacked me last session, so shouldn't I get a turn before them?
Your turn is right before Walykos, second to last.
I know. I was just like, I guess I'm confused because like I'm getting shot twice before I get a turn. Maybe I'm misremembering.
We stopped at the end of Adriel's turn, so we're starting off just in the middle of the initiative order.
We stopped at the end of Aygir's turn, or just after it.
I meant Aygir. We stopped at the end of Aygir's turn, so we're starting off right in the middle of the initiative.
Must be a misremember, Nick. Like that's the only thing I can think of.
I just like because I imagine I would have gotten into cover, but like
it seems unlikely that we would have messed up the turn order last time, but we can always
I think on your last turn you were fighting the Emerald Dragon here in melee. So that would have been you would have attacked it after the dwarves shot you. Then the dragon moved, did not disengage, and you did an opportunity attack, and then Walykos hit it and it fell into the water.
See, I thought I got hit after I did the opportunity attack because I couldn't use my my uncanny dodge.
We'll review the footage after the play, but
let's see.
For now,
let's
just
see.
roll.
Yeah, that's true. I do remember that happening. You had made the opportunity attack, and then you were shot at. Were you shot at by the dwarves?
I know I was shot at by something that did like almost all of my health.
I wish we could just quickly review the last session, but there's not a quick, easy way to do that.
I hate it. I hate being that guy. It's just like I'm at 9 HP. That's why it's very important.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
If I get a turn or not. I might not have a turn. I just like if I do
let's
have
see.
a turn.
The thing shot at you. Right, they go, and then your turn comes. You're pretty close after the dwarves, and and then you make then you attack the Emerald Dragon, and then when it moves away, you do make that opportunity attack, and then something shoots you, and you want to use the uncanny dodge, but you can't because you've used your reaction.
Yeah.
So after you,
The reaction was his opportunity attack.
right, after you, the only thing that could have attacked you would be the creature that's driving the submersible, which that didn't happen. On his last turn, he went back down into his vessel. He did a dash thing. And then the Hobgoblin Archer is fighting Raynar. So did maybe Adriel get skipped?
I don't. It's been so long. I probably should have watched the episode before this session. It's okay. We can just go with this, and we can look at it later, like Walykos said.
Yeah, worst case, you die horribly and just, keep going.
Well, if I die
Yeah.
horribly, and it turns out I was right.
Well, you'll have a
But-
miraculous recovery.
But look at it this way, Nick. If your character dies here, we don't need to worry about you backstabbing us.
Oh, he doesn't have to worry about that because that's more stressful for Nick to figure out. Like every time he's presented with the decision, he's like, I need to figure this out. I need more time.
Help! Anybody in the comments? Does anyone know? It does kind of sound like Nick got skipped.
Even that, but then
That's
I
what
would
it-
have
that's what
also
it's-
gotten skipped because
Yeah, that's-
sounds like
that's what
something
that's
went-
a lot
it-
of skips
it
that would have
feels-
happened.
It
It
sounds like
feels
something
like I
went out
did.
of. Feels like something went out of order.
Because I do obviously it's just my recollection, but when we were coming to today's session, my immediate thought was like, oh, when it gets to my turn, I'm just gonna hide. I'm gonna get into a position where it's gonna be
I'll
harder
be
to hit
honest,
me.
that was a month ago, and I can barely remember last week. So
I wonder if the dwarves got their turn too early. Like they've already taken their turn this round.
yeah, maybe.
That might be what maybe I accidentally had the dwarves take their turn before Aygir this round, because there's that guy in his submergible, and I've got all the vessel hit points of its parts, and I might have confused that.
I think it was that. I actually do remember those going. I don't know if it was immediately after or several things after, but definitely after Aygir.
Yeah.
So
Just stop working.
They've already acted for this round, so we'll fix it for next round.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, it's not a huge issue as long as we just kind of stop the problem now. So I'm not going to have the second one move. We'll just say that the first one got its turn this round too early, and then I'll do the second one. No, that's not what that would mean. That would mean the first one has already taken its turn for next round. That's what it means. Yeah. That's what it is. Okay, so next round, the first one that Aygir's on won't do anything because it's already done a turn. Okay. I think that fixes it. I think we're fixed.
All right.
My apologies, everybody.
No, it's all right.
This is what happens when you run stupid,
because,
complicated encounter. This combat encounter is extremely complicated.
Are you still shooting Nick?
No, I'm not going to do that because that first one should not.
That sucks. Wait.
We're fine.
Good.
We're fixed. We're just not going to have
Everything's
that flying vessel number 1 have a turn next round. It's already taken its turn for next round. So we go to Vapor now.
Vapor. It looks like he stepped away. He
Oh
muted
my!
him.
Have we lost
Sorry.
Vince? Oh, okay.
Sorry, I had to
Vince.
step away for a second.
Okay.
I'm back.
All right. So Vapor, you are inside the main fortress building. You are atop a kite sail. What do you do? You also are concentrating on a
Yeah.
call lightning.
And I'm kind of irked because I was going to use it to kill the dragon, but the dragon's already dead. Or at least we think it's dead.
What you gonna do? I mean, you don't know if it's dead or not.
No,
Because you didn't see
he does.
anything.
Since Vapor doesn't know, Vapor's going to try to get eyes on it. So he's going to fly the kite sail in the last direction he saw the dragon go.
Okay.
That's his. He still counts that as the biggest threat.
All right. So are you flying out maybe to there?
Yeah.
Let's see. Kite sails, they have a 60 fly speed. They have a 70 fly speed. Okay. So you can go about 10 more. All right. So the kite sail still has this action, which it can use for dash. You see Vapor right here. The Emerald Dragon has, it's in the water. It's kind of, like mostly beneath the surface of the water. There's waves here, so we've got the force of the ocean swells going up and down, and you could see, the tail of the dragon and the ends of its wings and maybe its back claws. It's there under the water. It doesn't look to be moving.
Okay, give me a second.
It's very close to one of these large stony supports of this broken bridge.
All right. So you said it's under the water?
Mostly under the water, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make shoot. I'm trying to think, would Vapor recognize it being down or not? That's the question. But I don't want to spend an action to do that. So he's gonna make a snap call and drop a lightning bolt on it.
Okay, so Vapor is concerned and wants to make sure that it's really dead. That could be a good idea there. And roll your damage. Yeah, go for it.
I mean, does he even need to roll, because that it can't resist?
That's true.
It's just death.
That's true. That's true. Taking damage gives a death saving throw. Okay, so really what I meant by that is, if it's unconscious but in like the dying state, it fails a dexterity saving throw automatically. So I guess that's kind of more what I was trying to get towards. So
that would be still your roll, but yeah.
Well, yeah. So does that make sense to you, Vince? You spend your action.
Yeah.
You blast lightning down on it. It has no chance of getting away from that, and you certainly strike the thing right on.
Okay, so now I believe this is where I use Quicken Spell to cast another spell, because
Yes, you can.
You'll only be able to use it with a
That's not true.
cantrip.
That's not true.
It's not true because he wasn't casting this turn.
He's
not
using
casting.
a standard action as part of the ongoing spell to continue it.
Yep, that makes perfect sense.
All right. Then I think you'll just use a cantrip. Actually, just use Mind Sliver.
And who's your target?
It's going to be the down dragon. He wants
the down dragon. You sense
range on that. It's not that far.
Mind Sliver?
Yeah. That was like 60-foot range.
It might be. It is 60 feet.
Oh,
so, but he can still have the kite sail dash.
Okay, so long as you have the range, that's all I was concerned.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to go much farther. You probably just like descend down and come through some 20 feet or so. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
All right. So the kite sail comes like this. Mainly, it's downward. It kind of soars, swoops down. You put a Mind Sliver spell into the Emerald Dragon, and you can tell that the creature's interacting with your spell. So it does make an intelligence saving throw. Unconsciously.
I've got some news about last session. The real Holtonator said he went back and reviewed the last episode. You said that you missed the dwarves in the flying machine's turn, so you had to move out of turn.
That's
you. What happened.
Thank you so much, Holtz. Oh man,
that's
you're
kind
like,
of a big deal.
You're saving our encounter here. And he super chatted. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Holtz, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. All right, so there was nothing that needed to be corrected. The correction was done last time.
So shoot Nick again. No.
Oh,
me again.
Adriel.
Yeah, shoot me again.
Adriel.
Yeah, I was
Whoa.
wrong. Thank you.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, you were correct in the sense that something
You
got
remembered
out of
something
order.
got weird.
I remembered something was wrong. I was just incorrect on what part of it was wrong.
Yeah, you were thinking it was in your favor when it's actually not.
Okay. All right. Here's
So-
the thing, though. If you kill me, Esper, I get that super chat money. All right. Like.
You can use it to buy a box of tissues. All right. I really want to make this intelligence saving throw with this dragon because the anticipation is killing me. All right, here we
I
go.
don't know if I would have.
That is a natural 1.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say natural 20.
That doesn't beat a 14.
So that's basically just auto dead, I would say.
It has
right?
2 failed death saves.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, attack me, Esper. Do it.
Wait,
Yeah.
so-
Do it.
Not to be the guy that reminds the class we have homework, but why is it 2 failed death saves? Is he in melee with it?
No, because he lightning.
The lightning
it,
strike did
and
1.
then
There were two
he's
hits,
counting
right?
total.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Well,
Alright.
wouldn't
Yeah.
the lightning count as
It's
2 failed death saves?
No, because you cannot
No.
crit on saving throw
Yes.
attacks.
Exactly.
You can only
Gotcha.
crit when you roll an
If
attack
you are
roll.
within 5 feet
If you're within 5 feet, you
of a
do
down
automatically
target,
crit.
you automatically crit, and a crit is 2 failed saves.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what you did is more like a ranged attack, where if you shoot a ranged attack
Okay,
against a down
I
target,
haven't had to deal with this before, so I might.
Yeah.
No, it
was-
does matter because that's a big way
The-
that Esper's killed
yeah.
us in the past.
Yeah, I
The-
think the last time I had to deal with this was back with Dre, and that was years ago.
Esper's a big fan of attacking down characters because that's what the monsters would do.
Well, depends on what the monster or the NPC is.
when a monster
Yeah.
has 7 attacks and you go down after the third one, you already got hit
All
by
right,
2
let's
swarms and
not
3 ghosts.
talk about who might
no,
have
I'm
hit
just-
who with 7 attacks. Who killed
And
who?
2 swarms and 3
it's
ghosts.
true to the characters that how they would be. So
Yeah.
it's
But
a compliment.
to finalize the question with the mind sliver, there's no critical on a mind sliver.
Correct. Or
Yeah.
on the lightning.
Okay.
Exactly, on the lightning. Okay,
But
so
he does going to get. Should the mind sliver effect still happen?
Yeah, 1d4 on his next saving throw. Yeah.
that
Yes,
is true. That is true. Okay,
Actually,
so
death saving throws are a saving throw, aren't they?
yes.
They are
They
technically, yeah, they are. So
Yes.
if you have abilities that like increase just saving throw, then it would work.
Okay, so
They're weird saving throws.
I'm gonna have the dwarven team and the second flying vessel
God, please
go. I feel like
Please.
I'm now finally warmed up and I'm like back onto being able to play Dungeons and Dragons properly. All right. Okay, let me check a range on their ballista. Okay, they're good. All right. So they're just going to fly out just a bit like such. I think there's where they want to go. And they're going to be attacking beloved Adriel. Or hated Adriel from their perspective.
True.
All right, here is a crossbowman shot.
I mean, I have
Okay.
a decent AC, but it's not amazing.
Okay, heavy crossbow. 14, I'm sure does not hit a decent
That
AC.
does not hit. All right, that's one.
And then the one that really matters is the arcane ballista.
yeah, the heavy crossbow wasn't that bad. Like I wasn't too scared, but
26.
yeah, that hits. And I'm assuming, I don't think I have my uncanny dodge back yet.
Not.
You have not had your turn.
Yeah, I haven't had my. Okay.
Your turn is actually next.
Ah.
Oh, that's great.
26.
Oh yeah, that downs me. I'm not dead, but I am
You're at 0.
unconscious. Yeah.
And guess
Alright.
what? You get to possibly roll a nat 20 now and pop
So
back up.
I do have a.
But I
question,
won't be
'cause
able to
don't-
move
I-
because at the
I
end of my
hate-
turn.
No,
I
nat
hate-
20 as at the start.
Death
that's
saves
fine.
happen at the
Death saving.
beginning of the turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
I hate to also point this out, but he's on his kite sail, is he not?
I'm not in the air.
Okay, I was
Because
gonna.
I was
They
I
were
was
on the
low
ground
where I
where
was
the
attacking.
dragon.
Yeah.
the dragon.
Okay,
was right.
because I remember
So
him
I
being on
fall
the kite
like
sail.
I might fall like less than 5 feet or something. So
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
the
that was-
saddles strapped you in.
yeah, it's true too. Yeah, I'd
Because the
probably-
kite sail has to like barrel roll sometimes.
Okay, that was my work. Oh, and he also wanted to be strapped in.
That's
Well,
true.
yeah.
I did actually. Yeah.
But I think everyone's strapped
Yeah,
in. It
yeah.
just makes sense.
So
Adriel,
Okay.
So
Adriel
Walykos
is
does see
struck
me.
by an
Yeah.
arcane ballista bolt, and not only is it a large bolt, that's bad enough, but there's like a blast of force that comes off of it as well. And does Adriel make a sound as he is struck?
Yeah, like I guess could I do something just in case maybe I don't get another chance to say something real quick, like
Okay.
before I fall unconscious? Yeah, like when I get hit, like and I kind of like look back and look to Walykos, and he might not be able to hear me. Maybe he can see my mouth. I'm just gonna say, "I'm sorry," and then fall over.
Well, Walykos definitely notices this. I assume he can see it. Esper,
Yeah, you
from
see
where he's
me
at.
say
Uh-huh.
something. I don't know if he could hear it, but I do say, "I'm sorry,"
That's-
and then I fall unconscious.
it's fine.
Walykos is
I've-
pretty perceptive.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Adriel slumps over, just like hanging half off of the kite sail, and it's Adriel's turn now. Make a death saving throw.
All right. I guess I'll just roll a 20. 20. All right. Natural 20.
Oh my gosh, really?
No. I'm
Oh,
hoping
he's
for
like
it.
he's hoping for it.
Sorry, no, I actually
Well,
failed.
it's
I got a
happened
4.
before. Like
I got a 4.
Two or
so I
five.
was one death.
a 4.
One
Okay,
death
so there's
saving throw.
one fail.
Better than a
Oh, wait.
1.
That's true. It's true,
I've
better than
always
a 1.
started mine off with a 1.
Okay, so speaking of rolling death saving throws,
Dragon, yeah.
does this have a negative something applied to it?
Minus 1d4.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh my.
So this is all the bananas.
Oh my. Oh.
Does the 1d4 matter?
Vapor, you have a distinct sensation that this dragon has
Hey.
expired.
So at the same time the dragon dies as I go unconscious.
Vapor feeling this, like his mind sliver, expires. The dragon shouts, "Dragon's dead!"
I know, I killed it.
Well, you knocked it out. It's now officially dead.
Sure, if you want to stab a dead body a couple times, whatever else makes you feel good. I don't think we actually shout that at each other, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's dead.
Especially as this Adriel
and
just
then
like
there's
felt like
dead,
God.
dead.
Yeah.
Um,
But- Yeah, Walykos is more concerned
it's
for
what's
Adriel.
Walykos' turn now. That
Walykos is going to
damn
take
it,
direct
Vapor! You
control.
really killed that dragon. You really killed it.
Yeah. I'm guessing it went to the negatives. So Walykos taking direct control. He's not going to even concern himself with the guy who's kiting from the water. He's going straight to Adriel. So fly me to Adriel. Tell me how much movement that uses. How much do I have left?
It's 7 feet into a dash.
So is that using my action?
No, that's the kite sail.
Okay. I would like to grab Adriel and then move him into cover inside the place if I can. Yeah.
Okay, so you
like
pull,
yeah,
are you
that'll be my
pulling
action.
him onto your kite sail?
Yeah, basically, and
Okay.
I'm not going far. Like, we can be on the ground. I just want to get into, total cover.
Okay.
He
Cool.
is strapped to his kite sail, so.
I can pop the straps with I'm using my whole action, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Walykos. I can't say that.
Walykos, you swiftly fly over to your dear friend, and you pull him onto your kite sail. You're grabbing onto him. You angle your beast, and it, clambers up into the fortress there behind one of the thick stone walls.
And I just probably land on the ground, and I'm jumping down. Thematically, I know I don't know if I have the movement or whatever, but I'm leaning him against the pillar and trying to stop the bleeding. And we'll
Okay.
get into that on my next turn.
Sure.
because that
Yeah, you
was-
are worrying over your ally and attempting to save his life.
Yeah.
let's go up to the top of the round with Pindrake Stone. Okay. Pin. He has a pretty nice javelin. He's better with a long sword. He has 3 attacks. Okay. He flies. It's going to be a dash. I don't know if he can quite get to it. Nope, he can't. So he'll dash to there. On the way past Vapor, he shouts out, "Well done!" And he'll just kind of like hold his long sword there in his shield arm, takes out his javelin, and he'll do some javelin throws. What does he do? Oh, that's right. He's got a magic javelin, so it returns to him. Okay. He'll go against the propulsion. That seems to be a better target, a less fortified target.
Plus, if you take out the propulsion, how high above the water are they? They're gonna fall.
About 120 feet.
Have you ever seen what happens when a plane hits the water? The people inside, it's just a tin can. It's going to splatter them around.
I'm rolling tons of natural ones tonight. The 2 of those attacks are nat ones. That one's a 24, though. The 24 will definitely hit. He manages 11 damage to propulsion of the first. Got it. That same air vessel also took some damage to its helm. And then the second one took damage to its helm as well, even more so. It might have been Aygir who did that. That'll end Pin's turn. We got a Varric Mantavale. Varric is over here. He is engaged with, looks like he's just down to 1 dwarf. Varric has actually taken out a few of these dwarves. Yeah.
Which is good.
Yes.
Less things for us to worry about.
Okay, here we are. Varric Mantavale. He's wielding a longsword of storms, sire of the Storm Tower. Extra attack. Right? Yep, extra attack. 2 hits with advantage for a mounted combatant. There's a 27, which definitely hits, and a 20, which will also be a hit. Got the sword, got the lightning damage. He's got some pretty good damage. 25 total. To that one. 25. He nearly has slain this dwarf just within 1 turn. He leaves the dwarf recoiling, jilted, gashed. Actually, I skipped the dwarf's turn last turn. I completely forgot that. He's supposed to go when the other all the dwarves together. So what should I do? I'll take his turn now to make it up. Okay. I think he has a hammer. Yeah. Okay. Warhammer. He strikes at Varric. In response, a mere 10 is a joke. The hammer just completely swishes through the air, missing any semblance of a target. Varric Mantavale. Okay, that's good. Alright, we have an NPC. His turn is complete. What he was going to do on his turn is completely changed now due to Vapor. Alright. Okay. movement. Okay.
Whose turn is it right now? Sorry.
I'm pulling this up here. I was moving a hidden creature. He had to change his tactics suddenly.
No
The
more
submerged
dragon.
the submerged vessel appears near the surface here. The person, whoever and whatever that is back piloting. He will fire at Vapor's kite sail with an arcane ballista. 17 to hit. That'll do it. Kite sail. Yep. And roll some damage. 12, 18, 20. 20 damage. Vapor to your kite sail. The beast squawks and screams, desperately so, and you see that the arcane ballista has left a nasty, bleeding wound in the creature's side. Your kite sail's not doing well, Vapor. It's hurt pretty bad. That's that. We have a Hobgoblin Archer who is also wounded badly. He's entangled with Raynar Havenward, the... What's another term for Eldritch Knight? I don't want to say Eldritch Knight. Arcane Knight, we'll call him. The Archer actually has already produced a falchion. He's been fighting it in melee for a bit. He threw a net. The net didn't serve him too well. I think it was on him for just one turn. Still has that. Okay, that might be a good idea. Okay. He's gonna make an attack. It's gonna go against Raynar. Melee attack with his falchion. Comes up with a 16 to hit. There's no way that's going to hit. He's in breastplate plus dexterity. Oh, actually, he nearly hits him. Okay, a near hit, but a near hit is a miss. And the Hobgoblin has a second attack with his falchion and a natural 1. I love rolling natural ones. That has been my most rolled result on the D20 so far tonight.
You rolled that natural 1 on me.
No, on me. What are you talking about? You're luck.
We return to Aygir. You are clinging tenaciously to the back stoop of this flying vessel. Its propulsion system has suffered some damage. It's still quite minor and has not slowed down the flying machine.
Alrighty. Well, so as I understand it, I'm near a door, right? I'm right by the main door
That you are.
to get in. Okay. Well, so since it doesn't say anything about me having to see the point, as long as it's a point that's within range, which is 60 feet, I'm going to pick the point like a little bit 10 feet behind the door, so that a 10-foot diameter area, including the door, is affected. And I'm going to cast Shatter. He's going to, bang his sword against his shield and magically reverberate these waves of thunderous noise. Any creatures in there get to save, and the objects, like the door, I believe, just take the damage.
So let me just understand, right? You're casting it beyond the door that you're standing in front of.
Yeah.
So the blast would come towards you
Well,
as the door gets hit and destroyed.
yeah, I mean, he's not going to. He'll move himself a little bit to the side so that the door, if it blows open, will not knock him off. Obviously, but
Indeed. Did you say that before? Okay. Well, you know, it's what it is.
are there any saves made? Is there anyone inside when the shatter
The
happens?
door, I think you're right. I think the door just automatically takes the damage.
I mean, it literally just says objects. What is it? Object. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Excellent. Okay, so go ahead and roll up the damage.
All right, that actually turned out pretty well. That is 20 damage.
You just blow the door off the hinges. And then inside, there are dwarves. I think you're catching... there's just the one dwarf in the carriage part. Okay, so let me see if I can reveal this. Does that look... Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we'll say he was in the blast as well. He's got a con save, is that right?
Yes, should be.
Okay, con save for half damage. Yeah! 19!
All right, I think, yeah, that does succeed.
Okay, so he'll take 10. That
Yep.
is number 1. 10 to number 1. Okay, 10 damage seemed to be a pretty substantial hit against him.
Sure.
He does not weather that very gracefully.
Well, with Aygir's movement, he's gonna move into the thing, so he's no longer standing on the edge and is actually solidly inside on some solid footing.
The dwarf shouts something at you in the giant tongue.
Ooh, wait, actually, I think I might speak that. I'm pretty sure Aygir does. No, he just speaks. Goblin is different from giant in MIRRORMOURN. Yeah, okay, so never mind. He does not understand that. But he probably says in response something like, "Oh, hello, how are you doing today? Surprise! Happy to see me?"
You know, there's a missed opportunity there for something you could have said.
Well, no, he already opened the door. He can't say open up now.
Okay. Well done, Aygir. You've blasted the door completely off the hinges, damaging the dwarven crossbowman in the process, and then you barge your way inside. The undercarriage is not that large. Yeah, it's big enough to where a few people could be in there. There is a ladder that goes up into an upper area, and you can hear dwarves up there, and you can hear like the inner workings of the machine as well, thrumming all through your ears. It's quite loud in here. You have to really shout to get your voice to be heard. And that'll bring us over to Rigby. He is right here, right? Okay. Rigby's gonna follow suit and go attacking the propulsion. Your kite sail is unattended. It it flies off. Okay.
Did my kite sail fly off as well? Actually, now that I think about it.
It should have, yes. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Rigby has 2 attacks. Great sword. Great weapon fighting style. Okay, got it. (21 and 23). Those are both hits. Reroll. Okay. We've got 10, 18, 24. that, they felt. The propulsion system has finally taken a noteworthy amount of damage. Its speed, this vessel's speed now is reduced by 10. The more damage it takes, the slower it gets, until eventually it just can't go forward at all. Raynar Havenward, who is tangling with the Hobgoblin and deftly evading and blocking the attacks from his falchion. Booming Blade is such a good option in a case like this, because the guy doesn't want to be there. You can go with Booming Blade again. Why not? Okay. Here we go. There is a peal of thunder, a crackling arcane energy along Raynar Havenward's sword as it strikes the Hobgoblin. The Hobgoblin keels over, gushing blood, crackling with arcane sonic power. He is not important enough to have death saving throws. Sorry. Sorry, but I'm actually not that sorry. Okay. That was awesome. Good job, Raynar. Raynar.
Best things in the initiative. Woo.
Yeah. Raynar. Varric can handle that one dwarf. I think he's fine. He will come by this way. He will shout to Walykos. Is he done? Is he done for?
I could still heal him. Just go.
That's all he needs to hear. And he continues. We come to the dwarven teams. This one is being harried from multiple angles, and they're already starting to take damage to the propulsion system. The dwarf spits something at you, shouts, produces a war hammer, and quits his crossbow. Okay. He's better with the crossbow, but, you know, he's decent with the warhammer. Oh, 16? Probably not going to be good enough, huh? Aygir, 16 to hit.
Alright, yep, that is not enough.
Aygir.
Above a 20.
Not enough. He's shouting again, and there's a lot of just kind of bad noise all inside there as the different dwarves are shouting, and you see one pop his head down and what? And you've got some company here, Aygir, and it's suddenly quite crowded.
Yep.
Though they don't want it to be so crowded, and what they're going to attempt to do to rectify this situation is decrowd things by getting you the hell out. So you're going to need to make yourself either a strength athletics check or a dexterity acrobatics check, as you've got two dwarves trying to shove you out of their flying craft.
You got this, Aygir.
All right,
You got this.
all right. Well, I will attempt acrobatics to try and get around them.
Yeah.
I'm better at that than I am at athletics, even if only by a little bit. My first D20 roll of the game, and it shows me that big 2-0. I'm currently the opposite of you, I guess. Although, having said that,
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
That one next time.
What's the total that you have on that?
Total is 22.
There is a chance.
Awesome, just beat that.
there is a chance. Here we go. Heave ho! He rolled decently well, but not well enough. And you shimmy and twist and are not flung out by the first one. The second one tries to lay his big greasy leather gloves upon you and like, roll once more.
All right. Aygir's in heavy armor. He's probably pretty tough to move.
Probably.
That one's also going to be pretty good. It's going to be an 18.
All right. You have succeeded twice, and they have not forced you out, and it is quite crowded inside this undercarriage. Let's see. We have the pilot. The pilot is going to continue piloting. Let's see.
Just have him put on the fantasy autopilot. You know?
Yeah, just find something to like jam the yoke
This would
in
sure
one
be a great
direction.
time for you to get behind them and thunder wave them out the door at them.
Hey. Just because you said it out loud doesn't mean I wasn't thinking it.
I know. You can totally claim your credit.
No, the decision, anyway, will be revealed next turn. But is there a third guy, or the third one's the pilot?
The fourth one's the pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got 3 right in there with you. There's a 4th one piloting. What is he going to do? He's going to do something. He is going to... It continues forward a bit, but more than anything, it's going down. He's taking it down in altitude. The dwarves, they kind of they shout, and it's getting chaotic. And they're trying to communicate, and they have some different opinions, and they just are in these like grunting, shouting 1 and 2 syllable commands. The vessel.
Does he get an opportunity attack, by the way?
Yeah, there will be one. It's at elevation of plus 90 now. It came down a ways.
Maybe they shouldn't have been targeting me. Maybe they should have been shooting at the guys who were destroying the ships.
Oh my, actually no, they're gonna go. Hold on. Because he can dip to a 45 degree. Yeah, I don't think he can't turn it enough to get a stronger angle to go down any farther than that. Okay. Rigby will make the opportunity attack. It's a natural 1. I love natural 1s. I cannot tell you how much I love the number 1. It's a fantastic number. We have the second ship. Second flying vessel. It's here. Let's see. Really, with vessels, you're supposed to have a heading marker on it. I've just been remembering. I'm going to go with Crossbowman shooting Rigby, and then Arcane Ballista shooting Rigby, in that order.
Hey, Esper.
Yep.
Not to derail you, but there is a way to add a heading marker on the token.
I tried messing with it, and I couldn't get it to work.
Super easy. Just say set facing or set heading when you right-click on it, and then there's a little arrow. You move your mouse around, and it'll point in directions, and you click. I can set facing or something.
Yeah, see, I can't get it to work. It only will put the facing on the top of the token. I can't ever get it to...
So when you do this, there's 2. There's like set,
Whoa.
and then there's one that's like... Yeah, so that, and then move your mouse, kind of circle it around once you click on set, and you should be able to click, and it'll point it.
No,
Okay.
I've tried it. I can't get it
That's
to
with
work.
it another time. I just thought I'd mention if it was a quick
All right, so the crossbowman rolls a nat 20 against Rigby. So is my dice luck turning around?
No in between, just 20s and 1s.
Ooh, 1 under max. Wow. All right, there's 21 damage to Rigby. Yeah, he felt that. Okay. And then the Arcane Ballista. Nat 18. He just got hit with the Ballista.
Gets to know how I feel now.
Yeah. 27. Rigby is not doing so well now. He's not about ready to die, but he's hurt. He is definitely hurt. They're mainly changing their heading. Instead of it being a westward, it's more of a northwestward. Okay. They're still at 120 foot elevation. Let's go to Vapor. Vapor, you have felled the Emerald Dragon, slain the thing in a permanent sense.
Is it still invisible, by the way, Esper?
No, it came out as soon as it did its first attack, yeah. You still have your Call Lightning, though there isn't any obvious enemies to target with it.
Yeah. Only was able to use it once, which I'm kind of sad for, but still was able to use it.
Twice.
Did I? No, yeah, I was able to use it twice. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the turn you cast it, and then just this past one.
Yeah. Okay. And the kite saw I'm on is not looking good.
Oh, it's very hurt. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to direct the kite sail back up into the tower, the big rotunda area.
Okay, are you thinking go up into there?
He wants to at least get up on top, out of range of that submarine.
With a dash, you can get up in here, and there's no way the Arcane Ballista is going to be able to shoot through this. Right, you've got all the stone here blocking you. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do this turn.
I mean, you yourself have your action. If you want, you can do something. You can target the. You can target the craft. You actually can target a specific part of the vessel. The dwarves themselves would have 3/4 cover. There are 3 of them, and they're all adjacent to Aygir.
What's the distance on that? Do I have? I do have to.
Maybe about 100. No, 150. Yeah,
okay, so I wouldn't want to go all the way in. I can't go all the way in then, because I don't think any of my spells are over 60 yet. No, they're not. So if I wanted to hit it, I would have to distance a spell, and I need to be with at least 120.
The Call Lightning, you can't move the
I
cloud.
can't move Call Lightning.
Okay.
I just read for it real quickly. Let me double check, but I don't think I can move it.
That seems to be what I recall. Well, it's up to you. It's safer if you get in there, though it will leave you without a spell attack this turn. Or you can stay out here. Well, actually, there's nothing that says you can't do your action in between the,
why don't I do
move
that?
and the dash of the kite sail.
I would
you
say
could fly up.
He kind of hooks up, casts.
Yeah, you could do it, kind of like breaking up the movement of the kite sail.
Yeah.
You swoop up a bit, cast here when you're at
check.
60 feet, and then it continues on into the fort.
Oh, that's 100 feet. Okay. Never mind. That might work. Alright. Does he have a general idea where Aygir is at on that vessel?
Say it again.
Did he have a general idea of where Aygir is at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
You can see him. You can't see him very well, but you can basically make out his rough position.
So what I'm going to do is Viper is going to cast make sure I'm casting the right one. Lightning bolt. And he's going to line it up so it hits the dwarves, but not Aygir.
All right.
So, it's
So
gonna go
this will be damaging the dwarves, the hull,
It's a
the
5-foot beam.
ballista.
Yeah.
All right. I can't say anything because I'm too far away. But if I had, I would have probably said attack the other one. But oh well, that's what next turn is for.
All right.
That
so
one is way out of my range.
Go ahead and roll your damage, and this is going to be against the dwarves, the hull, and the ballista.
What am I rolling here?
8d6.
8d6. Okay. Give me a second. I got to get some white so I can see my dice.
The dwarves will have +5 to their save from half cover. The hull and the ballista have a terrible dexterity saving throw, though. I will make one. There's maybe a slight chance they could save, but it's very slight.
Well, they're still going to take half damage even on a...
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and roll the damage.
8, 12, 18, 19, 29 points of lightning damage.
29 lightning? Okay. Here are the 3 dwarves. We're going to go with that first one Aygir was fighting that he, not Thunderwave, shattered. Then the first one to try to shove him, and the second one to try to shove him. They've got a +5 on their dex save. Okay. We've got dex saves of 18.
Pass.
So the next one passes because it's 2 higher. And then 10 obviously will fail.
Yeah, that's going to fail.
All right. So let me make notes on...
Pretty sure 2 of them are dead.
I'm going to make notes on these dwarves. We've got 1, 3, and 4. 29. Half of 29 would be 14. Okay. So we've got 1... 4, 3, and 4. Okay. Oh gosh. How did he already have... Somehow some of these dwarves already were hurt? No.
Aygir
He had
one
shot
of them with
some
his...
Aygir, you
storm
shatter.
bolts.
Yeah,
some
Aygir
storm
did the
bolts, yeah.
shatter. Yeah. Okay. So the one that that Aygir shattered, it even, after taking the half damage, it's like there's like smoke rising off of him, like steam, and he looks like he almost got fried there. He's still up, but he's badly hurt. Yeah, he's badly hurt. The other one, who had no damage, takes the half and is left, jilted. And then the one who fails just, keels over. He is no more. So that one is out of there. Okay. Now, the hull fails, and the ballista fails. So you did 29 to the hull and the ballista. Yep, got that. Okay. They're, it's not destroying them, obviously, especially the hull has a lot of HP, but it, for what it's worth, you put some damage on them.
Yep.
The ballista does not have as much HP as the hull, so that one noticeably took more damage, or relatively speaking, right took more damage. Well done, Vapor. And then you finish flying up your kite sail into the fortress to... You probably want to go like that or something to get...
and I didn't need to spend any sorcery points because I was within range of the 100 feet.
Excellent. Adriel, you must make a death saving throw.
All right.
Don't get in that one.
Right?
Don't get it out one.
I think this will be a good time to go for inspiration. Because I do have inspiration from last time.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, good. It was a 5 and a 14, so I have a pass with the inspiration.
Yeah, probably want to keep that 14. Okay, so you have one save and one fail.
Yeah, one save.
The big thing was if you had rolled a 1, there would be nothing I could do to save
exactly,
you.
Exactly.
Now you're gonna survive.
Yeah. So like I'm like slightly coughing up less blood now.
Oh, you don't always cough up blood from wounds. It's just, the whole
I feel like I have
stomach.
like holes in my body though. It's like, not looking good.
We'll just take this out of you. All right.
It would have to be in your lungs, the blood, to cough it. If it's just a stomach wound, it's not gonna.
It might be in my lungs. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, Walykos, you see your friend fighting for his life, wounded, unconscious. What do you do?
Well, Esper, I'm glad you asked that question because I have been preparing for like 90 minutes, my turn here. I'm going to use an item that I've had since the very beginning when I started Walykos, but I've never had a chance to use it. I pull out my healer's kit. I just stabilize him.
Hey.
All right. You produce a healer's kit.
But dramatically, I'll take 30 seconds because I don't want to hold things up. Walykos yanks his pack, rips out, some bandages, and starts stuffing them in the holes on him and holding them and like quickly, pouring liquid, to sanitize it and things like that. So he's spending his whole turn just quickly patching him, but he knows what to do. Like, he's like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Hang in there. Like, listen to me, Adriel. Stay alive.
I'm about ready to introduce a little bit of tension to this, though.
Yeah, go for it.
I need you to make a medicine check.
Yeah, that's fine. Guess who's trained in medicine? And it's my second.
It is only a DC 10 though, but that is a house rule of mine. Stabilized. You need a healer's kit and a DC 10 medicine check.
That's fine. I almost can't fail this. Like, do you fail on that one on a skill check?
No, you can't fail on skill checks.
Then
there's no. It's just attack rolls. You automatically.
I nat 20 did, Esper.
Am I actually awake? Am I awake now, Esper?
You're semi-conscious, kind of like coming in and coming out, and Walykos is there. You can hazily.
For the total for you, Esper, it's 28. Just so you. Yeah.
You're most certainly stabilized.
Walykos.
Don't talk. Just focus. Just breathe.
Adriel, you're stabilized. You have 1 level of exhaustion from your wound. You're technically at 0 hit points, so you're not conscious, but you
like hazy, like just those in and out.
I wanted to stabilize you.
You get the comforting sensation of knowing that you are in the good caring hands of your friend. And you are not.
When Dwarf pops up from behind a pillar and he's like, die! And like,
that's what I thought Esper was about to say. He said there's going to be tension. I was like, oh God, please.
I'd be like, I throw myself in front of the attack.
Okay. Pendrakestone has been wounded. No, he hasn't. I'm thinking of the wrong guy. Pendrakestone is actually mightily charging into the fray. By charging, I mean flying his kite sail in a sort of charge. Gosh, it's pretty cramped in there. I think he's gonna square up, take a very careful aim with his javelin. Let's see, this is an open door plus Aygir. I'll probably give him 3/4 cover. I can't really
Aygir, when he sees him, is just gonna yell, "Go for the other one!" Obviously, he doesn't have to listen to that, but just, yeah.
He'll take the shot and then he'll move closer toward the other one. He's gonna make sure this is getting handled. I will provide a +5 to AC because he's throwing through an open door that has Aygir right there in it. Thankfully, he's got a good to hit. And he gets 3 attacks. There's a nat 1 and a nat 2. Okay, so those aren't going to hit. One of them is a 29, though. So the 29 hits. And there is 8 damage. The dwarf that is close by you, that the very first one that was in there, the first one who had been shooting his crossbow, who got thundered and lightning, the javelin skewers him, and he falls over quite dramatically in front of you, and the javelin just instantly comes out of it and right back to Pendrakestone's hand. Are you certain? Pendrakestone calls that back to you, making sure that you think you can handle this just with you there.
As I can be. Stop the other one. It can still shoot his things.
That was a mistake. I took off the wrong guy. That's okay. I'll just rename this one real quick. No problem. There we go. Easy. Alright, and then he will continue on this way. Okay. Pendrakestone swoops speedily upon his kite sail, his greater kite sail, towards the second flying machine that is in the midst of kind of about facing in the air. That brings us to Rigby, who is the one that has been... No, sorry, forget what I just said. It brings us to Varric Mantevale. Varric is going to, I can imagine, finish off this dwarven soldier here. Varric has 2 longsword attacks with advantage for mounted combatant. Nat 17 will certainly be a hit, and a Nat 18 will also be a hit. I don't even think I need to roll the damage. I think even his minimum will defeat this dwarf. 2. Yes. Yes, it will. Okay. Varric Mantevale flashes his blade. Storm energy crackles along it as the strokes fall, and he vanquishes the dwarven soldier, the last of them that he rode down upon his kite sail. Whose was that one? That was Aygir's. Okay. Finding well. And he will continue that way, trying to lend his aid further in the fray here. Okay. We have the NPC in the submerged vessel. This fight is not going well for his side. Wonder if he can take a shot at Rigby. I think that's a disadvantage. Yes, he could shoot with disadvantage at Rigby. Could reposition. He's gonna take a shot with disadvantage at Rigby. So, not a great chance of hitting, but there is a chance. He got an 18. That's not bad. Rigby has AC 17. Rigby just got shot with the Arcane Ballista again. Takes 31. That was a high. I rolled quite high. Rigby's down. Oh, Rigby is really down. Okay. So, what happens here? Rigby...
Which one's Rigby again? Can you show?
Yep.
Oh, that's Rigby? I thought that was Drake.
Rigby Bracken Bluff.
Okay.
Pin is here. This is Pin's protege, a mighty knight
who went out there super damaged. Yeah.
He's been shot by a heavy crossbow critical hit and 2 arcane ballistas.
Yep.
Before his turn has been able to come back.
Yep.
So here's the question: does he stay atop the kite sail? I imagine he probably does. I imagine he just slumps over.
Yeah,
though it is an arcane ballista that hits with quite a bit of force. I'm going to give a nice DM's roll on this one. I would say the odds are in his favor, but if I roll a 17 or higher, he falls off. I rolled a 16. He doesn't fall, but he's like hanging off. And there's like this saddle strap that's like, caught on his ankle. So he's just like dangling by one leg from his kite sail. It lets out a distressed cry as its master, its bonded master, is hanging there, nearly dead. Badly hurt.
As Loki said in Thor, that's how it feels. I don't know if anyone got that reference, but
no, but it's okay. I can imagine. The submersible goes back down under the water. Whoa. What have I done? Okay. There we go. Got a little over-eager there on that movement. It's okay. It is... That Hobgoblin is defeated. It is Aygir's turn. Rigby's turn is next.
Okay, so just to make sure I have this correct, there are how many dwarves remaining? Just the one, right?
Just the one. It's
right.
One that came down from the ballista firing station, and he tried to shove you out the open door. He took half damage from the lightning bolt, which did leave him noticeably jilted. I think that's a good way of describing it.
All right, well, yeah, okay, my plan for the last several physical weeks of our time has been to, go in there with Shatter and then cast Thunderbolt, but, or not Thunderbolt, Thunderwave. I don't really think there's any reason to do that anymore, so I'm just going to step forward and attack him twice with this vicious-looking magic sword that I picked up in the Gauntlet dungeon. So, going ahead for that attack. So, first attack here, because I have extra attack, I'm at least 5th level, is going to be a 16 to hit.
A 16. Yeah, that's exactly what you needed. He's he's wearing some kind of toughened leather plus scale, so it's kind of a medium armor.
Sure.
He looks moderately dexterous. Certainly a trained soldier, but
right.
not Not your match.
That'll do 5 damage, and the second one is quite a bit better. That is going to be a 22 to hit,
Yep.
and that's going to do 9 damage. And I'm going to inflict a magical wound, which at the start of his next turn will deal him a d4 necrotic damage.
You might want to hold off on that because your second slash there felled the enemy.
Alright, there we go.
Hold on!
Well, in that case, I'm going to use my movement and start climbing the ladder. And as I do, I'm going to yell up to the pilot, "Oh, hello, it's me, your new captain. We're turning around."
Punk, punk, punk. You hasten up the ladder, and you see
this vessel's around.
Yeah, you see this
This is not a
dwarven
question,
soldier,
it's an order.
this engineer there at the yoke. Ah!
Around, come about, yes, with the wheels, turn it. Yeah, we're turning around. If you say no, I say you die.
He sputters and looks rather shocked. What you can see like through his visor of his helm.
If only there was a self-destruct button he could hit and then jump out with his parachute,
If only.
If only.
A lot of assumptions.
Rigby Brackenbluff at the beginning of his turn must make a death saving throw. He succeeds, if anyone was wondering. That's that. Raynar.
Wait.
Havenward.
What about his kite sail?
Oh my
What does
gosh,
it
of
do?
course, the kite sail.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yes, that is kind of a big deal. Okay, so the kite sail is not just going to
Sit there in midair.
flap there in midair doing nothing.
Especially with a ballista shooting at it.
Yeah, it wings over slowly. And
It's probably trained to get him to ground.
Yeah, it takes him here inside and lands, and there's like the clinking and skittering of his breastplate and his helmet and such across the ground, but the thing lands without bashing his brains out or anything.
Well, hang in there, Adriel. Looks like I have a new patient.
Raynar Havenward, who is here and has just bore witness to that. I think he is going to be. He wants to get close to Pin because he has the warding wind going on, which can it imposes disadvantage on ranged attacks that go through the wind. It's also difficult terrain for enemies. It's a 10-foot radius that centers on you, and wherever you go, it just remains centered on you.
It's good.
Deafens you and other creatures. Hedges out vapors and gas that can be dispersed by a strong wind. Difficult terrain for creatures other
Is
than
he
you.
dashing to get there, or?
Yeah. Range attack rolls have disadvantage. Okay, so that's basically what I understood from it. Nice spell. He continues concentrating on it. It's got a 10-minute concentration. The concern is this second flying ship. What does he want to do? He wants... He's going to prioritize staying there close enough to pin Drakestone, keeping Pin within 10 feet of him. He will take his hand off, the hilt of the greatsword, the one hand, and do this, arcane gesturing and release a firebolt. He will attack the crossbowman that is in the undercarriage. It's 22 to hit. That'll do it. He's got 2d10 of fire damage. Not bad. 14 damage to that one. 14 damage to that one. Oh my gosh. That one had already been damaged. Did someone already shot this crossbow? I can't remember who it was. He just roasted him. Well done, Raynar. He took out the crossbowman. Okay. So, what do we have? We have that. Yeah. Right. Yes. Yes. And yes. Okay. All right. So they are currently changing their position. There are 2 knights right there nearby, and there is a third one closing in from the east. Northwest is their heading, so they can take it to north now. Okay. They go flying over this rock formation here. Well, they don't know what the heck a warding wind is. What do they know? They're going to take a ballista shot at... Go with Raynar. Disadvantage. The warding wind blows it over to a natural 1. Oh my goodness. That was a successful warding. Well done. We have the pilot, who's now looking, facing Aygir. There, I forgot to turn him invisible. There we go. Oh my. What's he gonna do? He's gonna keep going downwards. He's gonna double move it. He gets the ship to just 10 feet above the waves. Again, they're cresting waves, so that probably fluctuates from 10 to just a few feet above the highest crests. And
it seems like he's intentionally causing it to descend, right? He's not
correct.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
It's not like it's doing that on its own.
He's bringing it down. Yes. And
So it looks like he probably could make it ascend once more, right?
If he could understand a damn thing you're saying.
All right, so he's actually used his action to accomplish that descent. You just went down like 80 feet in elevation there. It probably did have to move a little bit of forward throughout that. Yeah, he doesn't know exactly what the hell to do. He's like quickly trying to assess his situation and taking in what is before him, and that's what he does. He's a bit overwhelmed. He gets up from the seat. He gets up from the yoke, the helm. We should say he gets up from the helm. Let's go to Vapor. Vapor, you have come in here atop your kite sail. It is quite wounded. What do you do?
Okay. So, shoot. I think what I'm gonna do is do something like we did last time. He's gonna use the first half of the kite sail's movement to get out to about the halfway point.
Okay.
Aiming for that, 'cause he's
Are
gonna
you trying to get the Kai'Sail to go out there so you can blast?
Yep.
Give me an animal handling check.
Okay.
It does not want to go back out there.
Animal handling. How's a 16?
It certainly complains at you and makes some squawks, but you are able to assert your command over the beast, and it wheels about. How far are you taking it?
With the standard movement, how far forward can I get towards that other blimp? Because I got to get within at least 100 feet.
I think he means, the one to the north.
The one up there? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me revert this. So... Alright, so you're at 145 feet away.
That's fine.
It's used its speed. It can still dash. If you dare.
Yeah, I can spend a sorcery point to distance a spell.
Okay.
We'll just do another bolt.
Are you doing another lightning bolt?
Yep.
Okay. Looking at the vessel, you can strike the vessel. The dwarves inside will have full cover, so the lightning won't be hitting them. You don't see any dwarves in the undercarriage. The one that was down there got roasted by Raynar Havenward's firebolt. But if you are intent on just damaging the vessel itself, you can certainly do that.
Could I aim towards the helm?
Yep. If you want, you can attack. I'll give you helm plus hull.
That's fine.
Good. Is that?
Yep.
Is that what you want?
Yep.
Okay. You know the hull and the helm both have been. No, sorry, just the helm on this one's been damaged. But Aygir hit it with a couple things. I think 2 times. Destroying the helm means it can't turn anymore. Go ahead and roll the damage.
All right, so not as good as my last one. That is 6, 10, 4, 6. Yeah, only 20 points of lightning damage.
20. Okay, yeah, that's a little on the low side, but could be worse. All right, here we go. Hull fails save, and helm also quite fails the save. So 20.
So I also forgot to mention, lightning bolt. If there's, where is it? The lightning ignites any flammable object in the air that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay.
So any wood is now
flammable.
on fire.
Let's say you've ignited a fire. It's not a roaring inferno, but there are flames now to this portion here. This kind of upper front portion is now crackling with some flames. Let me just make a note of on fire.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that last time.
On fire.
It is on fire. So then Vapor's going to dash back inside.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Whoops. All right. I got a little bit of lag there, but I think I'm okay now. Okay. Are you wanting to come just inside like this?
Yeah, and pretty much just like landing on the ground.
Okay. The Kitesail trusted in your command, and you did not take it out into the fray of its doom. Okay, Adriel, you are still unconscious. You have 1 level of exhaustion. You are stabilized, though, so you're not in the dying state. That takes us to Walykos.
How far am I from Rigsby? Can I get to him with a single move of 35 feet as my speed?
Yep. Yes, you can.
Then I run over there, and I know it's kind of like janky because I might have to stop the beast and all that, but my action is going to be to try to stabilize him with my target. You know? So, but there's a lot that goes into that. That's stopping the beast and, putting him on the ground and doing all that, thematically.
Mm-hmm. You dash, you dart over there and, get him into a position where you can treat him with your poultices and bandages
and I got a 26 medicine check for you. Just so that
you have stabilized yet another person,
and he's lying flat on the ground. Probably I had to take off his helm and maybe get under his armor a little bit. So
he in a maybe a similar fashion to Adriel, he has kind of a moan. So he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's still breathing. His heart's still beating. He's just badly wounded.
And Walykos works fast to stabilize him so that he knows that he's not going to bleed out. And then, that's my whole turn and keep it going.
Yes. Okay. Well, that was, I would say, another successful turn.
Yeah, not exciting, but it'll come back in the end, hopefully.
We return to Penn Drakestone. Oh man, I'm getting some lag here, guys. Are you guys seeing lag as well?
No, not really. Not for me anyways.
All right. Penn. He is in this. He's not backing down. He might go for that ballista. Yeah, he'll do it. Penn goes for the ballista. Three attacks with his longsword. Oh my goodness. 12. 19 will hit. 27 will hit. Okay, so he hits twice. Longsword. Yeah. Rolled nice. 20. No, more than that. 16, 24, 30. He did 30 to the ballista. Brave Penn Drakestone has assaulted the second of these flying crafts and was able to. He rolled quite well and was able to get through the what's it called? The threshold, the damage threshold. Nope, actually, I've misspoken. His second attack didn't get to the damage threshold. He dealt 16 with the first hit. Yeah, those ballistas have a good damage threshold. 16. What did I do? Okay. All right. So there we go. His first attack, puts a kind of a superficial damage on it, and the next two just quang, pang, and he just can't get it. I guess it's one-handed. He's got a shield and a long sword. Varric. Varric gets there. Does he want to do a daring Aygir type maneuver? He just might. Yeah, he's going for it. Acrobatics check. Did I give you an easy DC or a moderate? I can't remember, Aygir. I think I gave you easy.
Well, you never told me, so.
Oh, I didn't even tell you? Okay. All right. It doesn't seem that difficult. I mean, he can fly his mount right up to it, and it's just a kind of a leap right onto a wooden stoop there. Okay. Here we go. Acrobatics check. Yep, he got it. Okay. 14. I'm going to give it to him. I'll say it was easy. He dismounts, gets onto the back. He does not have a shatter spell, though. He does have Longsword of Storms, and he has good old strength check. Does that do anything? Hold on. I need to read a thing and see if that plays into a strength check. Class feature. There we go. He can, okay, Remarkable Athlete. You can add half your proficiency bonus rounded up to Strength, Dex, or Con check that doesn't already include proficiency bonus. Okay, so this will get half rounded up, which is, what is that, +2? Okay, so +2 on top of his basic strength check. He's going to try to get this door open. Here we go. Yeah! No. Alright, so he struggles at the door, but alas, a plain strength check for him is not the equal of a shatter spell. Alright, well he's on the airship, so that's enough, at least for the moment. I just realized I never changed it over to battle music. Oh well, this is well enough, I suppose. Okay. Don't mind me, just doing a thing. Okay. Alright. Did a secret thing. We've returned to Aygir, who is essentially facing down the pilot of this airship, who is quite confuzzled by this intruder.
So, does it seem like he actually has any languages in common that he would speak? Like, did the previous yelling last turn, did that seem to be understood in the slightest?
You are not sure. He didn't react in a way that would be obvious if he understood what you said.
Alright, well, if he can, without using his actual action, just quickly, talk and gesture and say, "You are turning this ship around," and, brandish his sword.
You're telling him to lift the ship, take it back up?
Yeah, to take it back up and turn it around. And he brandishes his sword to show that this is, in fact, a threat.
Okay, okay.
And then based on that, he'll act accordingly.
Are you putting your action into this?
Well, see, that's the thing. I was thinking no, but
let me give you two potential ways. One is you don't put your action into it, and you just kind of, flippantly give him that quick thing, and he'll do whatever he chooses. Or you do put your action into it, and we'll roll an intimidation check, and we'll see if you can actually make this guy obey you.
Okay, I was thinking more like the former, but actually, with that in mind, I'm putting my action into
You want to do that? Okay.
This is what I'm doing, yeah.
All right.
So
give it a roll.
This is not a good one. This is actually really bad. But that said, I still actually end up with a 14.
A 14? Okay.
Not the best ever roll, but certainly not the worst.
He looks at you quite nervously. You've blasted through with magic. You're wearing some kind of like armor suit, and you've probably got blood on your sword. And he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't obviously show that he's understanding your literal words, but he seems to get the message that you want to go up. And he's just like, and he shouts something back to you and is like nodding compliantly and saying something. His body language is, "Don't kill me."
That works. I'm gonna not attack him. The goal here, obviously, is to get this thing back to combat altitude, turn it around, and
or you could just ready an action to attack him if he, disobeys you.
I don't need to bother with that. No, I'm just for now. I'm just gonna do that. I already used my action. I can't ready an action now.
Right. Cool. So yeah, that's good. Rigby is stabilized, so we're gonna move past him. We're gonna go to Raynar Havenward, who wants to remain close to Pendrakestone. He wants to keep the warding wind close by. He'll come in here and he might have a easier time getting through the damage threshold because he has booming blade, and it's a great sword instead of a long sword. Though Pen does a lot of damage with just a long sword, though. Wow. Yeah, actually Pen does on average more damage with his long sword than this guy's great sword. Oh, he's got the dueling fighting style. Okay, that's helping him out. Yeah, I think he's gonna booming blade on the freaking ballista. That seems to be a good tactic. Here we go. Booming blade. Oh, 12 is not gonna hit it though. And then he can use War Magic to bonus action regular greatsword attack. He's going to go for it. There is a slight chance he can make this work, but it's very slight. 15 does not hit it. Okay, so there's just a bunch of clangs as he is unable to cut through the armoring, essentially, of the ballista. Well, he tried. Let's go back to Aygir and that dwarf. That was a fun little interaction. The dwarf has been quite intimidated by Aygir and maybe fears the fate that he might suffer a swift demise at the hands of this armored hobgoblin. And he sits back in the helm, mans the yoke, and lifts back up to an elevation of 50 feet.
Aygir nods approvingly and kind of holds his sword at a lower angle to show that he's not about to strike the guy.
Okay. The dwarf probably says a couple things, utterances under his breath. He seems very, very nervous and distraught and just completely out of his element, out of his league, really, with you there. Okay, so that seems to be going as Aygir is intending it to go. This dwarven crew has Varric Mantevale trying to break in, along with two other knights on kite sails nearby, one of which has a warding wind. We've got a pilot and we've got two guys running the ballista. They're not going to be able to shoot at Varric. There just isn't an angle for the ballista to shoot someone who's at the back stoop. They're going to shoot with disadvantage at... I'm going to go at Raynar. Oh, so close. The arcane ballista, is not really that far away. They fire on him just, with just maybe a couple of yards of a distance, and the ballista just ekes right past his helmet, just mere inches away from striking him. But again, nearly a hit, it means a miss. So, does the pilot... Let's see, the pilot has been reorganizing or changing the heading bit by bit. I'm gonna roll a fang. Don't mind me. Interesting. Okay, so that was my own secret thing to know what the pilot's going to do. He doesn't... The forward motion ceases. He gets that halted, and he stops the rotating that the airship's doing, and he seems to be kind of re-angling the heading a bit. We'll see. That was his turn. We're gonna go to Vapor. Vapor, you've strategically repositioned a couple times. Is that what you're thinking you're gonna do again, or do you have a new plan?
The map.
Yeah, I'm getting some lag again, guys. So I don't know if anyone else is, like if the viewers watching this are seeing lag on the battle map or on me, but it's enough to where it's kind of bugging me. No? Yeah. Okay. Vapor, your kite sail is quite hurt, but it is obeying you. You've done your animal handling, and it's squawking and complaining, but you are asserting command over it, and it will.
I figure it will obey. Vapor might give it like a soft pat on the side of its neck to kind of like reassure it before once again ducking it back out. Release another lightning bolt at this damn thing.
You give him a nice soft pat, and some electricity zaps it a little bit on the neck. I don't know. You've been channeling storm and lightnings for
speaking of
rounds in a row.
My wild magic surge.
You gotta have some kind of static charge.
No. Yeah,
it's both the carrot and the stick.
All right, what do you command with the kite sail to do?
Duck, just like duck out, and as long as I can be within 200 feet with its movement, I can release another.
Okay,
attack.
So once again, you have the kite sail flap out a ways. You launch a spell, and then you come back in.
I still got 2 left.
Still 2 left? How many did you have? 6 or?
Yeah.
Because you've been throwing.
I've done
spells.
1 quicken.
Just
one quickens 2, distances 1.
Okay, I thought you had used a bunch. Yeah, no worries.
No, I believe I still have at least 2 to 3 left. So, but I only have a couple more spell slots of these.
Yeah, do you still have spell slots? That's what I was going to ask.
Yes, because the Call Lightning doesn't count as a spell slot according to you.
Oh, that's true. That was the imbued power. Okay, yeah.
That was the imbued power. So I still have 2
you had that
level
once
3
per day.
Slots. Yeah.
You've cast Lightning Bolt twice.
Yes.
Yep.
So I have one. I have
should
one
have
spell
one
slot left.
third level slot left. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have one last Call Lightning.
You want to use Call Lightning again?
No, not Call Lightning. Sorry.
Another Lightning Bolt.
The Thunder. Lightning Bolt. Yeah.
Okay. What portion of the airship do you want to be damaging?
I think if he can get another shot off at the helm again without hitting anyone, he would do that. Like specifically his allies. Yes. He's not worried about the dwarves inside. His allies he doesn't want to hit.
Yes. You can again attack the helm. It also passes through the hole simultaneously, so it's both of those.
Oh yeah.
that is true. You do have allies there, but the craft is so big that you can just angle your lightning bolt like over the heads of the knights, and you're hitting kind of an upper part of the vessel.
Yeah. Vapor's main plan is try to just take out the helm control so the ship just can't steer anymore.
Understandable. Yeah, there is some tact in that. Go ahead and roll up some lightning damage.
Okay, that's actually a really nice roll. .32 lightning.
32. Okay.
Yeah.
The hull has a 17 on a deck save.
That will save it.
And a 7. I rolled 2 natural 20s. So yeah, it's a -3 deck save. It's quite awful, but rolling 2 nat 20s will do it. So
that'd be 16 points of damage.
16, yeah. Oh.
And again, anything that's not that's flammable, that's not being carried or worn, is now on fire. So a little bit more of the ship is on fire.
16. I can do math, right? 16. Got it. That is true. It is on fire. Let me roll. I'm gonna roll for some fire. I meant to do that at the beginning of the ship's turn, but I just forgot. Okay, I've rolled it now. You have badly damaged the helm, and it's on fire. It looks like it is almost destroyed, or I don't think incapacitated is the right word, but you've nearly got the helm out of commission. The hull is strong. It's got a lot of hit points. It'll still be able to hold out for a while.
I don't think Vapor's going to be able to put another.
But the helm's barely hanging on there. The fire, if they don't put the fire out somehow, the fire is gonna finish it off. What are we doing now?
I should mention he does duck back into the rotunda, so that way he's not out in the open.
I just kept the token there to just because you're going to come back to that position anyways. So I figured that's a fight.
And no wild magic surge.
No wild magic. Okay. Adriel, you're stabilized. Nick, I appreciate you being such a good sport and bearing with us, even though you've been knocked out for a few rounds here.
If I had a potion of healing, I would have poured it down your throat, but I needed to stabilize you, then Rigsby, back to back.
It will be Walykos next.
It's all good.
Do you have a heal of any kind?
I cast Good Berry, but I can't actually feed people good berries till my next turn because it takes an action.
Sure, makes sense. All right, so you're creating good berries this turn.
Yep, I got 10
Walykos.
good berries. Yep.
All right, so next turn you'll be able to get Adriel back to consciousness.
Well, Adriel or Rigsby, one of the two.
Pendrake Stone. He has been concerned about taking out the ballista, but it's difficult to get through its damage threshold. Combat superiority dice reference creatures, like things they do to creatures. The extra damage, I'm assuming, is supposed to be part of that, not against objects. It always just says, when you hit a creature, so I haven't been having him use any combat superiority against the
Yeah, that makes sense.
craft.
I mean, you don't... Yeah.
Right?
You train to fight you train to fight creatures. You don't train to fight doors.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I guess it is. He does have something of a chance, and critical hits are also a possibility as well when you're rolling 3d20s. All right, he'll go continuing his assault against the arcane ballista. 2 of them are natural ones. This is the session of the natural one for me. One of them does hit on a 19, though. Longsword. It's not quite enough.
This episode of Esper's campaign brought to you by the number 1.
Varric Mantavale. He really wants in that door. It might actually be worth it for him to make attacks against the door instead of strength check. I think the strength check was like him trying to get through the door, and it's what's that called? It's got the, not the bolt, the bar. It's got the bar down, so I think he's going to attack it. That sounds like a better plan. So here we go. Attack rolls. Longsword of Storms. 2 attacks. 23 and 20. Both are hits. See if he can get through the door in one turn here. I think he can do it. He's got this longsword enchanted, or it's not enchanted in D&D. It's imbued with lightning. Okay, 14, 18, 22. Gets it. He smashes through the door with his magical longsword. Just batters through the staves and the iron bands and literally breaks in. He's in there. Well done, Varric. This lag is quite annoying. I guess nobody else is really getting bothered by it, so maybe it's just me.
I don't see it on my end, even from you.
All right. Yeah, it's not the worst lag I've ever had, but it's enough to where it's annoying me. And it's intermittent. It's coming and going. Okay. I think there's going to be a arcane ballista shot at long range from the submerged vessel. Yep. That's going to be it. It'll come up, shoot, and then resubmerge. And I will show you all if I can get this lag to cooperate with me. It's actually coming from here. And the shot will be at Raynar Havenward. I think he got him. 19? Yep, 19 gets him.
What about that weird win around, that's also that Drakestone Scott Cone?
Yeah, he already had disadvantage from long range, so either way it was at disadvantage. 11, 14, 20, 25, 28. Not the strongest arcane ballista shot, but it's still 28. Raynar, where are your hit points? There it is. Oh, whoa! He got hit before by something. Raynar's down. Warding Wind is gone. Whoa. Raynar only has... yeah, he's not as high level as some of the other guys. Okay. Shit. There goes Raynar. I'm gonna do that roll again. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna do a roll. See if he stays on his kite sail. Chances are he will. But maybe he won't. 17 or higher, he falls. A mere 3. He slumps over,
The
grunting,
submarine's still blowing people up.
grunting painfully.
Apparently, yeah.
It just
It's
shot him.
got some shooty
Yep.
thing.
Shot him for 28. Knocked him out. Raynar is unconscious. Aygir, we return to you. You are in the helm, or just standing at the helm,
Right.
right at it. The dwarven soldier or engineer fellow here is listening to you on threat of terrible pain and death.
Yeah, so can I... We're rising, right?
You are
What altitude are we currently at?
plus 50.
Okay. Can I tell the state of the other flying machine?
Yeah. So you look out one of the the little viewing ports, and you take a look at the other flying machine. Its hull has some damage and is on fire, though does not look like it's in terrible shape. The helm is badly damaged, on fire, and you don't suspect that it's going to be able to operate much longer. Its ballista has some minor damage to it.
Well, I'm gonna...
Raynar has... Not Raynar, but Varric Mantevale, the cousin of Adriel, has literally broken in.
Oh, okay. Alright, so there's one of our friendlies on there.
Indeed.
Okay, so I don't... Alright, I don't want to train this one's ballista on that one, but still, I am going to tell the guy, basically, I'm going to do whatever I can to communicate we're going over to that one. Communicate that, like, that's where this thing is now headed, now that it's been commandeered, so that, I don't know, once I can get over there, I can, like, do something to help them fight it, in the hopes that the other flank of this battle has the submarine handled, and we can kind of wrap this one up. And
what other flank are you relying on exactly?
You and everybody else over there.
Who's down? Everyone that's down? Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 people who are down. Vapor, I don't have any more. Vapor has no
Sure,
more
wait
level
a
3
second,
spell
wait a second.
slots.
That's true. That's true. Do I know roughly where the submarine is? I guess I haven't really been paying close attention to it, so I don't know why I would.
You know roughly where it is. Yes, you know it's to the south.
All right, then. Seeing what's happened, seeing that the other flying machine is pretty well handled, and seeing that a lot of people have gone down, I'm going to order the pilot to fly over, to the southeast, I guess, with the idea being that we're going to actually use I'm going to use the ballista on here to engage the submarine.
Okay.
In the hopes that that works.
You bark and shout and point, and you command the pilot to head south by southeast.
Yeah.
He is I don't know if willing is the right word, but he will do that without requiring you to make any additional intimidation.
If he doesn't, I'll just be the pilot. And I hope that my initial intimidation got that point across.
I'll leave it at that for now. You haven't ordered him to do anything that's like at a higher level of
Sure.
violating his will or his...
Sure.
Yeah.
Nor am I going to. I'm just going to order him over to where the submarine is, and when it shows up, I myself, Aygir, am going to man the ballista and shoot at it.
Okay, so let's talk about this ballista.
Assuming it works, and I can figure out how to work it.
I would imagine that an Artificer would have some overlapping knowledge enough to be operating the thing.
Right.
It will probably be slow.
Sure.
With it just being you, and this, you probably have not operated something like this exactly before.
Sure.
So
I figured my partial knowledge was-
as your action, let's see. There's got to be some kind of skill check for you to kind of figure this thing out.
Or tool check.
What you tell me? Throw out a suggestion.
Okay. Well, so I mean, I'm proficient in sleight of hand. Sleight of hand might be one. I also am proficient with thieves' tools, tinker's tools, smith tools, and cartographer's tools. Possibly tinker's tools, or
what do you have under intelligence skills? Like an investigation or an arcana?
Well, investigation is the one I'm proficient in. Arcana I'm not, but it still has a good bonus to it.
Why don't you give a intelligence investigation check?
Okay, just to figure out how I would work it. All right.
Yeah, a general assessing of the machine.
Sure, that is an 18.
An 18? Okay. So I would say between an Artificer class plus an 18 in investigation, you can, with a total of 2 actions, you can, like, aim and fire and get the ballista going.
All right.
So next turn you'd spend an action, and then the following turn you'd spend your second action, and that's when it actually shoots.
Right. Well, I'm not going to shoot until I can actually see the submarine anyway. So the idea is that I order the pilot to go over there, and then as my action, I'll load it, and then next turn I'll ready an action to shoot it. If that makes sense.
Well enough. Okay, so Rigby is stabilized, so I'm going to pass over him. Actually, you know what? I should have checked if he has any potions. Now, some of these knights have potions of healing. He does not. You don't notice any potions on Rigby.
It's fine. I've already cast my spells.
Pin has the healing potion. That's what it is. He actually... Pin has 2, and Varric has 1. Raynar has 1 as well. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
We'll keep these in mind. Speaking of Raynar, I'm going to roll his death saving throw. He got a 10, so that's exactly a success, right? This is 10 or higher?
Yeah, I think it's 10 or higher.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
They give you a little bit of advantage on that in terms of one extra number.
55% chance to succeed. All right, so Raynar's kite sail recognizes that he is in trouble, in real trouble, and will fly. Okay. Varric's kite sail, it's probably circling. I think that's what he would want it to do. He can probably command it to like stay nearby. So we'll say it's it's kind of circling like that. It could come get near him pretty quickly if it needs. All right. So we're on to some dwarves here. We've got dwarves that are going to fire an arcane ballista on Pendrake Stone. 14 is not going to hit him, and he deflects the thing with his shield. He probably doesn't swipe it like that. He probably just holds it like this and lets it batter against his shield. The pilot has a different idea, an altogether different idea, and he spent his last term kind of reorienting the ship for this. And gosh, he wrecks it. He wrecks the ship against the rock. It smashes against the rock here. Let's see. I'm going to give a dexterity saving throw to Varric.
Seeing that in his peripheral vision, Aygir shouts at the pilot, "If you don't do exactly as I say, that'll be you."
Huh. Oh shit. Varric does not roll well. He has failed. He has Indomitable once per day. He might use that now. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do a reroll with Indomitable.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Ah, God, he rolled Not much better. Comes up with a 7. That's not going to do it. All right. So I'm going to roll for the dwarves inside as well. Pilot succeeds. 1 ballista operator fails. 1 ballista operator succeeds. Okay. I've got my dice here. Did not roll very good on the dice, though. Not very high. 5, 8, 14, 15. Okay. Varric takes 15. And then we've got 7 to a dwarf. 15. And 7 to the third one. And so, whoops. Sorry, I did not mean to move Varric there. I was trying to move a dwarf that's inside. Okay. There's damage to the ship as well. 15 to the hull. The helm is on fire. The helm is just screwed. The helm's not going to work. The fire is overtaking it, plus it's getting smashed. Ram takes damage. 15. Okay. So the ship is kind of going down. It's probably, it looks like it's going to end up in the water soon. It smashes against the side of that big rock formation, and it's like losing altitude, and it's heading towards the water. It hasn't actually hit the water yet, but it looks like it's going to end up there next turn. Those on board are getting, tossed about and smashed and such. The other pilot is not doing such a maneuver. He is piloting this way. Yep, to there. Okay. So that dwarf, for what it's worth or for whatever reason, is obeying Aygir. Aygir is concerning himself with the ballista. Oh gosh, I keep doing the thing where I'm on the wrong map because I want to be showing you guys this stuff. Okay. Obeying Aygir, takes the ship down this way. The shot came from somewhere near the in this area before it went back under the water. So you are nearing the submerged vessel. You're at plus 50 foot elevation. Okay, Vapor, show us what you have in store, O Magus. There's some precariousness to the situation, even though your side does have an upper hand.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what Vapor would do here. Because he probably would have heard the ship crashing against the rocks up there.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard
So
that.
with that in mind, I don't think Vapor would register that anymore as an immediate threat. I think he would look... Oh, what would he do?
There seems to be a concern with this submerged vessel. It's still in the fight, and really, it is the enemy that has been eluding you the most.
Alright, so I think what Vapor would do in this situation is he's take the kite sail and move to the southern tower.
Okay, you want to head towards this tower here?
Yeah.
Okay. So the kite sail is listening to your command despite its badly injured condition. And you fly it out. And there's its dash, gets to there. what about for your action?
I think Vapor is going to leap off of it onto the walkway. Because he knows it's hurt already pretty badly. So just not to take any chances.
You're gonna get your ass stranded.
I don't think he's too worried about that.
You bravely jump off onto the ruined bridge. You've used your speed. You still have your action.
He's gonna ready a storm bolt. So if that submarine pops up, he's gonna just hit it with a storm bolt.
Okay. You're letting go of the call lightning, right?
Yeah. He doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. He'll dismiss it.
Yep. Okay. Vapor, you cast a storm bolt into your fingertips, and you're concentrating, holding it there, and will release it when you choose. Adriel is stabilized. Walykos, you have been tending to badly hurt allies.
I've had plenty of time to think about my turns, Esper. Don't worry. I feed Rigby a berry, so he heals 1 hit point. I give him a berry as part of a free object interact. So just handing that off to him. Feed this to Adriel and stay here. And I point him towards Adriel, and then I'm gonna run off. Can you just show me? I think to the north was another wounded person who's dying.
Yes. Yeah. Raynar Havenward, the Arcane Knight.
I feel like it's reasonable that I've been trying to keep track of the battle. Do I know that he's there, Esper? Be honest.
Well, you see his kite sails coming in, right?
And do I see the body hanging?
Yeah, you see him slumped.
I didn't want to metagame. I just wanted to be clear that I saw him, and I'm like, shit, I need to go.
You can tell something's wrong.
Yeah. So that was my action to feed him the berry. Object interact to give him an extra berry. Actually, I'll give him 2 berries. 1 for Adriel, 1 as an emergency in case he needs to feed it off to someone else that comes in. Like, I don't know, Vapor or someone who keeps running off into combat. And then take me 35 feet towards the kite sail, and I would like to whistle to it and try and get it to pay attention to me rather than keep going, into the horizon. In here, boy.
Okay, you call out to the kite sail that
giving it whatever commands that
looks like it's coming to get to a safe place is what it looks like it's trying to do.
I'm motioning with my hands and whistling, trying to get its attention with the commands, calm.
Okay. Seems like it's probably coming your way.
I figured it might, but I'd give it that encouragement just in case it was panicked. I'm done. That's
Pendrakestone is engaged, was engaged, and this thing has just wrecked itself. Varric, get out of there! He is going to be aiding Varric's escape from this tilted, falling vessel. So he's swooped in with his on top of his kite sail. He's probably sheathed his sword, has the hand out extended. Going to be helping Varric effect an escape. Varric calls out to his kite sail. It wings over here. I'm going to give Varric a acrobatics check. It is not such an easy one this time due to the
should
situation.
Should have advantage because of the help. Yeah.
He's going to have advantage.
Do the help.
Let me roll. I'm going to roll Pen's aid attempt. AZDC for Pen. Acrobatics, dexterity. Got it. Okay, Pen got 13. Advantage for Varric. Gosh.
16, 17.
I'm going to
Just
I'm
roll
gonna
it and
say-
see if you like.
I'm gonna say it's the DC is 1d6 plus 14.
Sure. Don't overthink it.
He's got a DC 20.
Yeah, that's fine.
He has
Advantage.
advantage. Let's see. Acrobatics. He's got a +7 acrobatics.
With advantage, he's got a decent chance.
Ah! He leaps. He got a nat 19. That's a 26. Just lands beautifully on the kite sail. Pendrake Stone, lends a hand in what ways he can, and just without even missing a wing beat, gets over there. Beautiful. All right. Actually, I think he wants to go even a bit further. Yeah, because there was someone shooting from down in the water close to the southwest tower. Okay, so he goes. I might have actually gone a little too far. Okay, there we go. And that was nice. That was a great moment there. All right, so.
And Esper, I hate to interrupt your deliberations, but it's getting close to 7, so
Yeah.
yeah, just giving you that fair warning.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Okay. The submerged vessel is not currently appearing. I think we can get through this round. Let's get through this round before we pause things.
If we have to go a little bit beyond 7, I'm fine with it, but some people, I don't know what their schedules might be.
I don't have time. I was planning to just do a little post-game chat with you guys because there's some interesting things that have happened here, but I won't be able to linger much.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, but I think we can get through this turn pretty quickly. So, Aygir, it's your turn. You are here.
Yep.
If I can get this to move. Okay.
Yep.
You are here. You don't currently have a visual on the submerged vessel.
Sure.
Your heading is
Yeah.
south by southeast.
The submarine is where again?
The last time that it was noticed or that it shot, it was like around in this area here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is just
It
ready
came
in
up,
action.
shot, and then went back down. So you
Right.
Just
didn't
ready in
have a
action.
precise knowledge of where it ended that turn.
Exactly.
And then
It's-
it has had a turn since then. That
Right.
NPC has had a turn
Right.
since then.
Well, yeah. I'm just ready in action to, whenever I do see it appear, activate whatever trigger mechanism that this ballista requires to shoot at it.
Okay, so you've been siege engineering this ballista, and you're pretty sure you've got it figured out. It's not something that's like totally beyond your kin or anything, and you've got it ready to fire, and you're just waiting for the right moment. And Rigby, we're gonna go to Rigby now. He's at 1. You know what? I think he actually has a second wind. I feel a little bit dumb. He probably should have used it before now. But whatever. It was kind of a chaotic fight. A lot of people got hit with ballistas in a short amount of time, so it works narratively. Yes, okay. He's still got a second wind. He gets 11 off a second wind. SW used 11. Goes to 12. Gets himself up. Quickly assesses the situation. He was knocked out for a bit, but he knows what's going on. Gets over here and
Need a berry.
Adriel, there's a prickling, tingling sensation, and that sweet taste in your mouth. That berry sour sweet taste. You've tasted it before, of one of the good berries imbued by Walykos. You are at 1 hit point. You are conscious.
And 1 level of exhaustion for the win.
Yeah.
You do have a level of exhaustion. That is true. So does Rigby, and so does Raynar, assuming he survives, which I think he will.
We'll see.
All right. So it actually is Raynar's turn now. I'm going to roll a death save for him. He does have a failure on an 8.
What's he at? 1 fail, 2 fail?
1 success, 1 fail.
Gotcha.
All right. So the kite sail comes in. It lands. You are like motioning to it.
As I'm running, yeah.
As you're running. Go ahead and give me an animal handling. I probably should have had you roll that last
I was
turn.
waiting for you to ask for it. Like, I have it ready to go.
I don't think it's going to make a big difference, but
well,
maybe
I'll
it'll get
tell you,
a little closer to you. And it'll save you some move speed.
I have a 24 on my animal handling.
So it's landed, and then it kind of curiously looks at you, and then moves along.
I got berries. I'm like showing it berries.
Yeah, you call it over to you with your way that you have. The second ship continues its descent. It's still partially on. Part of it's on fire. The hull on one part is on fire.
Sounds like it's going down slowly in flames.
Yeah, it's not just a completely catastrophic explosion into the water. That's not what's happening. But it is wrecking into the water, and it lands. And it's there. It's in the water. It's kind of floating in the waves.
On fire.
It's probably taking on a bit of water. It's not in a good position. Let's see. The dwarves get out onto a wing. That's probably a turn. Okay. Dwarves get out onto a wing. Let me do a reveal or visible on them. Cool. Okay. So we've got these 3 dwarves on the exterior of the vessel that's in the water. The part that's on fire is probably doused out by now because of that. The vessel that Aygir is in continues moving along at a south by southeast, going 80 on the horizontal plane. And then we come to Vapor, who is on foot. Your Stormbolt times out. I didn't think you had any reason to launch that, sounds like. The kite sail, do you tell the kite sail any command?
Yeah, I want it to follow me into the tower.
Okay. So you and the kite sail head this way. You are like getting up this big step here. You've used your speed. The kite sail can fly in here.
I do have a movement speed of 40.
Oh, do you have a 40? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So that uses your speed. You still have your action there.
Same thing as last turn.
Another ready on a Stormbolt?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's pretty good. You don't know exactly what's happening, and
yeah, so it's not worth wasting a shatter on this thing.
Right. Yeah.
Because if it doesn't show up, then that's a complete waste of a powerful spell right there.
Oh yeah. Adriel, your eyes are cracked open. You have 1 hit point, 1 level of exhaustion.
I mean, honestly, I'm just going to bonus action hide and action dodge. I'm not in a position to be going after anyone right now. So I just kind of like crawl my way into the corner and just like hide like as much as I can.
We're the survivors who need to just, let the others do the lift.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. So I'm just like crawling over like just like getting into a corner basically.
All right. So you take a purely defensive turn, as defensive as can be. Let's see. Walykos' kite sail is near to you. Your kite sail flew off somewhere.
His kite sail's at the bottom right of the map. 'Cause you
Walykos.
circled. Yeah. Gonna feed a berry to the hurt.
Raynar Havenward. He also has a potion of healing.
I don't
visible
know
there.
that though. With my plan before I even knew that would be berry,
Okay.
because I have berries.
You bring him back to consciousness at 1 hit point.
Plus,
has
he
one
might
level
want to
of
save
exhaustion.
that potion potentially if we're not gonna fight anything. We might
Okay.
just short rest.
Yeah, could be.
So I say just hang in
he
there.
weakly, looks at you. Those ballistas are bastards.
Yeah, that submarine especially. Well, that floating that ship especially. Here, come join Rigsby. We have a medical, corner over here for those who can't fight. I might have to join the fray.
Do you move anywhere in particular?
I would love to get back towards my kite sail or towards a kite sail that I can get on.
Uh-huh.
Because next turn I'm either going to be healing someone again or getting back, hopefully to help people.
Okay. I think that is a good
Place to stop.
place to pause. Your
I'm the
party
last of
has
the
all
initiative.
been revived and are taking defensive positions inside of the main fortress.
There's one
Vapor
threat.
and Aygir are both over here, and they can, they still have some power they can bring to bear. Yeah, this is a good pausing spot. I think I like this here.
It's like right on time as well. So
Yeah, right on time. I'll be able to stick around for just a few minutes and chat with you guys. Thanks everybody for watching and for bearing with me. I was a little slow on the uptake at the beginning there, but I think I'm back in my swing of DMing after being down with the Corona doom for a little while. I look forward to the next session. This has been a tense and epic fight, and I'll be curious to see
Going
how
on
it-
3
how it wraps up.
sessions, technically 7 hours so far.
Yeah.
Given our involvement with the Drakestones, I think we've technically just become privateers.
basically,
least.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we have in this session, at least.
I mean, sure.
All right, everybody. We'll all see you here in 2 weeks' time. And take care. Look forward to then.
Yep, talk to you all later. See you next time.
See everyone. Good game, everybody.
Later.